Coming up on the Big Cutty Couch.
I'm always like one bad day away from fully diving into dolls and dollhouses and
Wow,
doll making.
you look at you need a little mahogany dining room set.
Oh,
based on what
I just jizzed my pants.
Yeah, wow.
I would love to get to know you, know more about you, and visit you in America and Massachusetts. It'd be really nice for me to do that, and I want to go to education.
Penis never stops. Penis never stops.
Stick around.
Out of the sea. Sorry, it's the red hair. Hi, this unfortunately is giving Democrat Republican. I'm always like the red one.
Yeah, you because you are conservative.
I'm fucking not. Don't even start that rumor. I'm all right.
No, you know what's so funny now?
Just
I
kidding.
feel like the crazy right conservative people are now dressing like this though. It's like they're all doing like a shtick. They've got like
A tight little cheetah.
a tight pant. Oh, maybe not cheetah, but like a tight, like a stupid outfit with like dumb glasses and like a dumb haircut. They look like millennials from like.
well, that's definitely a dumb haircut and dumb glasses, dumb body shape, dumb personality,
lifestyle,
Yeah,
job,
dumb breath. Cool.
Cool.
Hi.
Hi, how are ya? Welcome to the Big Country Couch. I'm Mike Fales.
And I'm Gina Bugatti of Bugatti Farms. Not the car, the farms. It's like everyone always thinks we own the cars, but we own the farms. And you just zoom in. Sorry, I don't know why I did that.
Yeah,
That's from BC, before COVID. I used to be a character actor, and that's an old bit. And you know what? It wasn't funny then, and it ain't funny now, girl.
Did you ever put that out? You did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's out there. It's out in the world.
And it was one of those things where you were like, well, I think I'm going to release it in 5 parts. And it was like, maybe let's try to get it down to 2.
But I still think like Bugatti of Bugatti Farms. Like it's not, it sounds luxe, but it's like,
Yeah.
nah.
Who are you wearing? What is your problem, my dear?
Who am I wearing? I'm wearing actually vintage Moschino.
It looks great.
Thank you. I love a cheetah moment. And the glasses are from Shen. But
Is it Shein or
Etsy?
Shein?
Shein.
Shein?
I don't know.
I don't know what it is either. Does anyone know?
Shein, but I dragify them using little teeny doll parts.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? Like little
Like
moldings
florets. Yeah, they're supposed
Little,
to be
like,
for like doors or
for your little dollhouse dining room.
Yeah.
Who knew?
I'm always like one bad day away from like fully diving into dolls and dollhouses
Wow,
and doll making.
you look it.
Yeah, like perv weirdo who
But
eats
like,
dolls.
you need a little mahogany dining room set.
Oh,
based on what
I
I'm-
just jizzed my pants.
Yeah, wow. Based on what I'm seeing here, you know what I mean? I should get you that, a teeny chair.
That'd be amazing. Like I said, I never get gifts and certainly never get them from you. So
Yeah.
that'd be.
I have a lot of gifts coming
for you.
for you. No, for you. They're coming soon. And what is my problem? Okay, I have 2 problems today. One is that I'm not smoking cigs or weed during May, and I'm fucking bored out of my mind.
Wow.
And that's like the addict screaming, right? Aren't you? You're supposed to like sit in that boredom? But I'm like, what the fuck do I do? Like get into birdhousing?
Well, yeah.
Because
Get into
have.
miniature chairs.
Well, I have. Because like literally, I'm like, whatever would I do? I'm so fucking bored.
Can
And
you
even
have
the cigs-
edibles, or you're just off
No,
THC
I'm off
altogether? Yeah, yeah. Okay.
THC.
Well,
I'm off the cigs, but they're coming right back
Yeah.
after this 30-day detox. And then also problem number 2 is I lost my AirPods
case?
Pro.
yeah.
Pro.
Are they pro?
They're pro. And I bought them. Things I didn't want to spend. Like I didn't
Isn't
have
it like
a
another
casual 300.
Is it $300 for the
Yeah.
case? Oh, that's
They're up to 3.
insane.
So I rebought them because they kept saying like my case was like the case was in Bed-Stuy and like the left one kept showing up in my room and I'm like, it's not here. Okay. And never mind the right one.
yeah.
Forget
Who
it.
knows where
She's
she is? She's
out of
gone.
here.
Yeah.
So I bought new ones and then today on the way here I opened up my backpack, the little top zippy.
They
And
were in
they're
there.
there.
Oh.
So what do I do?
Return the.
Yeah, but now I'm like enjoying the new system.
How much newer is it?
Oh, something's different.
Well, the noise canceling gets worse over time. That is something I've
Yeah.
noticed when I had to replace mine.
Well, do you shower with yours?
No. Do
I
you?
do.
Are you supposed to do that?
I think technically they're waterproof, but I don't know if that means like go submerged into water.
Which is what you do when you bathe.
Yeah,
You dive
yeah,
headfirst into
yeah.
the tub. Yeah.
But I do, and they do okay until they like one of them gets a little like ringing sound. So that's why I've been enjoying the new.
the new.
the new ones because there's no ringing. And but I'm also like, what do I do with the old?
I think
Send them to Reba.
you could do that, but I think you can also trade them in for like a gift card or something. Which if they're not super old, you might get a decent amount of
wow.
money for them.
They like melt it down and make something for someone else.
Yeah, they turn it into like a keychain. No,
Yeah.
I was trying to see if I could like do that with my phone, and I did the like evaluator, and they were going to give me a gift card for $6 for my iPhone 12. I was like, okay, cool.
Wow.
I guess I'll just keep this forever then. Like, there's literally it'll cost me more. It'll cost me more to get rid of it than it will be to get that gift card. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, use it as a doorstop. I'm giving Slutty Secretary, but you know what I'm also giving?
What?
Lucy Liu and Charlie's Angels 1.
Yes.
When she's
Walking into the
efficiency expert.
yeah with
which is-
with Drew and Cameron in drag.
Efficiency expert. Hello, pretty spot on.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
incredibly efficient.
I'm
at
very
everything.
efficient. I am the efficiency expert.
We were shooting a little extra content, and you were smacking literally everything with the little riding crop,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is part of it.
which I think actually this is relevant to today's guest, because I think that was a prop that we got and didn't use for Pervert
really?
Everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Perf.
It's been
I'm so excited for our guest today.
me too.
It's all in the family. Like
Truly.
OG.
Yeah.
Love it. Coming soon. We break the fourth wall. They're right over there.
Hello?
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 Amelia! All in the family. Woo!
Staying in New York.
You
You're like,
never
I can
come
live with
on.
you, right? I can live with you, right?
I can live with you. You guys love me. Anybody want to marry me? Romantic relationships as well?
Yeah.
I'm just like
Yeah.
my talk show persona. Okay. Yes, I am very excited. It's our first guest of this
The first guest of the season. Yeah. Because
Uh,
booking has been a nightmare this
yeah,
time
it's
around.
summer.
Yeah.
Everyone like has cooler things to do
It's
than
not
this.
just that. It's just we've been on. I mean, everything's all over the place because of the accident.
Yeah.
Nothing makes sense right now. The fact that you're doing anything is like amazing.
It's like what?
Thanks. We need to hear that because
Oh, really?
that means a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
It's hard getting out of bed. Never mind getting into this. So.
And then you putting this much effort too, like it makes me happy.
Oh, thank,
Thank you so much.
You can leave now.
We got the shot.
But that was there before.
Please shit your jumpsuit. We need. Who are you wearing, and what is your problem? Are those little girl pants?
They feel and look like they are little girl pants. I tell myself every time I wear them, like, this is the last time I need to get these cut into shorts, or I have to get rid of them, because not only do they look like little girl pants, when I bought them, they had like a panty liner like sewn into them, like a gusset,
cool.
and I was like,
Oh, are you all gussied up?
secondhand. They were in the men's section, but maybe they were put there erroneously. I don't know.
They never were my favorite, to be honest. But
Uh-huh.
now today, I'm actually thinking they're cool again.
Wow, that's so
Isn't
nice
that
of you.
So nice of me. No, seriously, today I like them. Like, I don't know. Maybe
Well,
it's
would
your new torso.
Would you cut them into shorts? Oh yeah. Well, I'm wearing this this sweater vest that I got on Depop like a couple years ago, and when it got shipped to me, it stunk like girl body spray. I was
And
like, if you're gonna
Cheerios.
sell something secondhand, you gotta pull back on the scents. I think like it should come in neutral.
Well, what do you think when they receive like the secondhand stuff? Do they like batch blast it with like Lysol or not even?
I mean, Depop doesn't do shit. Depop is like direct.
if
you know,
it's like the
person to
real,
person.
what do they do? Nothing.
I think maybe like a
Blast it.
spray.
Lysol?
Yeah. But this I said this because this is giving me like an actual like man's torso for once.
Yeah, you look
tight
good.
little waist.
I like
yeah.
the cheetah pants. It's a loose cheetah theme for no fucking reason.
Yeah. And I'm wearing a cheetah tie, and I'm wearing my old glasses from college, which is like this is what I used to wear on the daily.
Yeah.
And
And what did I say? I was like, wow, your face got wide.
and that's exactly what Michael said too.
Really?
He was like, I was like, isn't it crazy? I used to wear these every day, and he's like, well, yeah, your face got bigger though. And I was like,
Why
you don't
do
even know
men-
me.
Men get so wide. It's like, how do you not get wide?
I don't.
You have to corset your head?
Yeah, you do every night.
Because I do.
Is it working?
Yeah. Men's faces don't grow. They stay small in the center. And then
The
it's
head
just the
gets
head,
bigger. Yeah.
which is amazing.
I feel like I have a big face and a big head, so it's only getting bigger. Hello.
My press on nail.
And my problem, other than my big face, I mean my tiny face and big head, is I think my feet have grown.
Yeah. That happens too.
Yeah. So
Your nose, your ears.
well, the nose is never
your
going to stop.
wiener and
My
feet.
wiener is never going to stop. But the feet, I was like,
there's a live audience. All the signs say applause.
it's what?
Penis never stops. Penis never stops.
Wouldn't that be crazy if your penis never stopped growing? I think that'd be like a very different culture. Like,
Yeah.
people would be like, you don't think it?
No, men rule everything.
It would be worse. It'd be worse.
But wouldn't it get to?
Be like in jail again.
Oh no!
Oh God, yeah.
We're like, yeah.
I see that for you. No. I see that for you. Oh God.
Yeah, my problem is my dick won't stop growing.
Yeah.
No, my feet got bigger.
Sorry. Applause like
Yeah. They applause
Truly.
like, yeah. No, my feet. I
20
always thought,
shots of applause.
I always thought I was a 12, but I really think it's got to be something else.
Well, in recent years, your foot has gotten smaller and more, to me, to the eye, smaller and more beautiful. I always thought you had a horrible, like, disgusting, crazy, overgrown, weird, deformed foot
Yeah.
based on what you told me.
Right.
And then, and based on what I saw
And it smelled and
and
heard.
yeah, and ran from.
Yeah.
But it's been looking to me smaller and cuter.
Thank
so
you
I'm like,
so
what's
much. That's
your
maybe-
secret?
One of the nicest things you've ever said to me.
Thank you.
No, I was putting lotion on them for a while, and then I stopped, and I guess they just stayed cuter.
And you combated fungus or something?
Maybe. That's it. Yeah, big feet. I guess I need to like go get my foot like professionally sized and figure out what my new shoe size is.
Oh my
Because
God.
12 ain't cutting it.
That's content. We should go do that. We should get you all measured up. You said your husband got hit by a car, obviously, as we know. And I, around the time of the accident, my plant had not had sort of died.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, I'm gonna just bring this
Are
back
you on
to.
camera? Wait, you're
I love it. Leave it in. Leave it in.
You just were walking back and forth across the.
Yes.
We're like, who is that?
That's what we need for ratings.
Get off our set.
My rubber plant didn't do so well last year.
That's a rubber plant?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's
Not-
literally one stick and one
It's like-
leaf.
But around the time of the accident, I decided that it was Michael Prouty, and I was like, and I named it Michael Prouty,
Wow.
and it's thriving.
That's great. Well, you told me
As
you're
is
like
your husband.
You're like, I'm pretending that like it's him, so
Yeah,
hopefully he's
recovering.
getting better. Yeah.
And I sent you a picture of it last night with Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
What am I? What's that song called? What's that song called? Oh,
What was I made?
what was I made for? I always pretend that's like her pussy singing.
Yeah, it's nothing has ever been breathier than that song.
Yeah, it's
But it's
totally
like
pussy.
queefing the whole time. Yeah.
Totally Pussy is like my album. But yeah,
Totally Pussy.
my love
Volume
for
12.
name Michael Prouty is doing well, and I can only imagine your husband is too, because they are one and the same.
That's so nice
Strange.
of you to think that. I think you told me that, and you're like, "Isn't that weird of me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it is weird. That is
Aren't
weird."
I so weird? Whatever.
No, it's nice that you're thinking of him.
that I'm
and
watering
taking
and
care of him.
growing
Yeah,
and-
water him in real life. I think that would help too.
I will.
No, he had a great week. I was telling you, he's got his piano voiced, and he's been obsessed.
And wasn't it kind of cool that I was like, wait, that's like the second part to tuning. It's like stylizing the tuning. Kind of
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Because I was
Kind of knowledgeable. We pissed someone else off today.
Oh right,
We pissed off the French Cabaret.
the French Cabaret.
Because like we did a tutorial about like how to make like a tulle boa that's like, really fluffy and huge.
Which is the only thing of ours that has ever gotten
done well.
attention.
Yeah, it's like
gotten well,
a little viral.
Yeah.
And then today someone was like, this isn't a boa. Boas are feathers. This is a cheap fabric. That's not a boa. I'm part of the French Cabaret. I was like, we have ostrich too, honey.
And then they responded with like crying, laughing, and heart.
Yeah,
so it was like
yeah.
now they live.
We want 'em
Yeah.
How are you going to respond? And did you like my response?
I liked your response. I thought I'm usually the one who gives like a sassy response.
Right. I always take the
Yeah.
high road in a cool way, huh?
Sure. After they referenced the French Cabaret in all caps, they were screaming about the French Cabaret.
all caps. I'm
Yeah.
part of the French Cabaret.
I wanted to be like, oh, I'm sorry, there's some confusion here. BOA stands for Bank of America. So hope that helps. And
That
just,
would've
like,
been fun.
Just leave a weird nonsense.
That would have been
comment
fun,
like
but I should have also been like, babe, so are we.
that.
We're part of the French Cabaret. All caps, babe, so are we. Clap, clap, clap. Could have been a thing.
That would have been good. Yeah.
Get him on the
But
pod.
you smoothed it out. It was
Get
good.
him on the pod.
Yeah.
Get the whole French Cabaret on the pod.
That'd be
please.
amazing. Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
And let us join.
Really quick before we take a break, I always make fun of office pumps, but today I have an office pump on.
But it makes
Because-
sense.
Yeah, for once it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm in a pencil skirt, so Yeah, Steve Madison. It was breaking. I'm like, wait, hold
Like,
on.
I'm getting something in the earpiece.
Apparently, I'm wearing an office phone. Just in, I have a little Steve Madison going on.
Cute. I love it. Should we take a break and,
We should.
and let our guest go on camera?
We should. We can't even find our guests anymore.
Like, hello?
They've been looking for mirrors all around the building. Let's take a little break.
No, it's okay. I'm a performer.
We're not. So that's why I preface it.
True. No, yeah, but I got this.
You're like,
Yeah.
true, you're not.
True, you're not. You guys are pretty bad.
We are.
Let's go.
We are pretty bad.
Okay, and we're back. For the first time on season 2 history, we have a guest, the one and only dear member of our family,
River L. Ramirez.
Hi.
That's my hockey horn. We were saying River's all in the family because we've known River for 100,000 years by now.
Yeah, truly. I think
River's the reason why we're here.
It's there's a very small chain that goes from Misha to Sam to River, and that kind of is like you were the first person who put our work in a show.
Totally.
You're the first
I
person who gave us an
loved
audience.
you guys.
You
I was
discovered
like,
Sisters
who
Weekend.
are they? You had like such a little.
Aesthetic, maybe?
No, you had
Oh.
like your just little vibes together. We're like, and I was like, what's going on over there? And then I looked you guys up,
come
and you were
here.
having so much fun, and I love you.
Oh,
I love
we
you.
I love what you do.
Thank you for being our first guest.
Remember when we wrote the
Franz? Yeah.
Yeah.
and nobody wanted it,
Everyone was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
but it's still
So-
funny
it's
to me.
still
to
so
this
funny.
day.
The gala.
The
It was
gala.
really
Yeah,
good.
it was really
Do
funny.
you guys say gala or gala?
I say
in 20
gala.
Gala.
Yeah, you gotta say gala. If you say gala,
Gala.
Gay. Don't say
Gala.
gay. Don't say gala.
Don't say
don't
gay.
say gala. Yeah, that sucks that wasn't made. Because
It's
didn't I have
okay.
some alone time with like an orca whale?
Yeah.
And then that whale looks at you in the
And we were
eye.
playing with scale. Yeah, I had like a moment where like the
but what-
whale.
But didn't you say like, why am I unhappy?
No,
Or
no,
It
I
like,
was because it's like one of the jobs of your character because
Yeah,
they
my
couldn't.
character was lost because
Yeah,
I was
they
like
couldn't
going through shit at the
find
time.
Their meaning.
But like, so I had like an underwater moment with an
or
orca.
the whale asked you, "Are you happy?"
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Well, you look at the whale's eye and then
And I literally was like the whole size of the
telepathically,
eye.
the whale's like, "Are you happy?"
Yeah.
Should
and
we
can
talk
you
a-
believe they didn't greenlight
But
that?
should we talk about like what the show was? Or
I guess say a little.
Say a little.
if I recall, it's been a minute.
If anybody wants to pick it up,
yeah, it's available.
Yeah, it is available.
The general premise was that it was a group of people who were kidnapped by a jigsaw-like person, and they trauma bonded, and then like had to live together and try to like make sense of their lives. Like,
right,
after
but
the fact.
together because
Together,
they're trauma
yeah.
bonded.
But weren't
So
they
they-
supposed to dance? They were forced to dance sexy and cute. at
Yes,
one
that was
point?
that was.
They were forced to dance sexy and cute
yeah.
as one
Yeah.
of the jigsaw
the
premises.
Yes,
jigsaw.
yes, yes,
The
yes.
To
jigsaw
not die.
guy's name was Palm Frond. Because I think we were literally in Kat's living room and there were like plants and it
We're
was like,
like,
what if we're like palm?
frond.
It's like a
Franz.
little French.
Yeah.
Now that's French Cabaret.
But it was, and
Franz.
the show was called Franz, and it was like Friends
Like
meet
friends.
Saw.
Yeah.
Friends meet
It was the
Saw.
whole.
So it's like
kitchen
Friends meet Saw. So let us know if that's something
was
that you want to do. We're still available.
Yeah.
By the time this is out, I'll probably have moved to Philadelphia, and given up on kind of my whole career here in New York. But let's pick it up.
It was literally Friends meets Saw. Like that
It
was, which like that's sellable.
It was so
Ah!
funny.
What were they thinking?
It was the three of us and Kat
We did a
Tedesco
photo
and
shoot
Amy
in
Zimmer.
chains.
Yeah, as it's so Sisters
That got a
Weekends
little weird.
to do a photo shoot.
But I feel like no.
It did it.
we shot-
I posted that
No.
once, and I was like,
I'm
not all
look
projects.
at who our president is and what he's saying.
yeah.
I'm like, there's nothing we're doing that's weird.
Yeah, exactly. We tried.
There's nothing we're doing that's weird.
You look amazing, by the way.
I just look like this.
I wish.
Well, one of our classic lines is, "Who are you wearing and what is your problem, River?" So you want to describe what you're?
So like I'm wearing
the deep voice kills me.
juicy, and I have my boyfriend's sweater on, and like my cross because I love Jesus.
Right, of course.
Yeah, a lot of people think that like just because you're Republican, like you're MAGA, like you're Christian, like
Mhm.
you're a certain type of person, and it's like I'm like always with my boyfriend's like friends, like always like driving a car, my boyfriend's car and like a truck. I'm a truck driver sometimes, but only for like
Part-time?
like
Or more like freelance.
it's like no, I'm not really driving, but like I have people that work for me
Oh.
and they're women.
Okay.
So I'm like trying to empower women, and like I think that like Trump really empowers women.
How?
Because he loves pussy.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, so I don't know, like yeah.
Full voice change. So like,
So like yeah. But yeah. You know, there's like
But yeah.
there's like girls that change their voices. like-
Totally,
I used to
yeah.
have a roommate like that, and I
Really?
was like, "What
Jesus
the hell?"
Christ.
Like
What's her name?
voice
The
was all over, but she was like a sexy girl. But it was like, "What? Who are you?"
who was the
though?
blood startup scammer woman?
Oh,
What do you mean
just
blood?
a single drop of
She wa-
blood. We can scan
with a
for
single
every
drop.
disease in your life.
What are you talking about?
The what was her name?
yeah. I know who you're talking about. The
Blonde
scammer.
girl, black turtleneck. She thought she was like a founder. She was like pretending to be Steve Jobs, and she was like, it was a whole like. There's been 900 documentary series about it. I'm
Email me.
like, yeah.
Wait, when you finally like finish this look, putting it together, you're like, my emails surge up.
Yeah.
It's like I'm hitting
Oh
it.
yeah. Everyone's like, "Hey, do you want to be part of this thing?" But only dress like this.
You're
It's
so
like a
bookable
movie.
in this.
I'm
You're
so,
so
I'm
bookable.
I'm finally so bookable. Maybe this could be my
Yeah.
audition for
For everything.
for Love Island.
for 90 Day Fiance.
You look amazing. I know.
I
Like
would
River's
love-
one of the funniest people I know.
I would
literally.
love to get to know you. I would love to
love-
get. I would love to get to know you, know more about you, and visit you in America and Massachusetts. It'd be really nice for me to do that. I've been spending so long alone, and I don't know what to do anymore. I need a man to help me, and I want to go to education.
For 1 second, it was like, "Is that Irish?" Like
I don't know
I
what
don't-
she's from
Yeah.
Ireland.
I was like,
Yeah.
let's keep going.
yeah.
But what is your problem? And we like petty problems.
Like
What
my
is your
real
problem?
problem or my character's problem?
Both.
Both. We're like,
Because like, who are you wearing and what is your problem is kind of fun to be like
Okay.
you as River. But also, I want to know more
Yeah.
of
Well,
Who did we
like,
say your name was? Your character name?
Madden.
Madden. Like Steve. Like
Steve Madden.
yeah.
Madden.
What was the football game? It was like Nintendo.
it was
Madden.
Yeah, I love like games.
Madden 64.
Yeah, I love playing games.
He's like a gamer.
Yeah, I like when my boyfriend plays it. Like I
You
play.
serve up the apps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like naturally good at it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really like try. It's kind of like when we go dirt biking. Like I don't.
Just, you're good at it.
I'm just like
Dirt biking.
naturally good at it. Like everyone's like, Madden, why are you so fucking good at this?
So
It's
you beat
crazy.
all
Do you
of them?
remember the movie Motocrossed?
Yeah, I'm like really like tough, you know? But like no one expects it coming from me, like especially all these dudes, but I like pwn them so
Well,
hard.
that's gamer
when I
talk
hear
for
dirt
ya.
biking, not to ignore you, but when I hear dirt biking, I think of Full Throttle, the BMX scene.
with
or-
Shia LaBeouf, right?
Yeah, or I think of the Disney like movie of the month, Motocrossed. Do you remember that?
Oh, I fucking remember that.
And
Oh,
that
I
was-
fucking remember that.
that was
That was
girl
like playing with
who
drag. That was
played-
like Disney's
yeah.
first like
yeah,
stab
yeah.
at drag. Why? Like that was crazy.
She just got a buzz
She
cut.
was her
like-
brother?
yeah. Why was she her brother?
I'm like all those movies, like
Were
I really
crazy.
liked.
They had a big budget
Duh.
for a month.
I'm like, yeah, I ended up. I'm like, yeah, when a girl goes undercover and is dressed like a guy and nobody knows it's a girl,
and gets on a dirt bike.
Yeah.
Man.
damn. And I'm
Damn,
like, yeah,
bitch.
that's pretty much my life.
Yeah.
Dirt
Wait,
bike and
that
all.
one's-
And then
So
when I dress up
crazy.
like this, it's like, oh my god! And I'm like, it's just like the movie.
But you play like a crazy scam, and then you have to reveal yourself to
I
everyone
should.
at the end.
Well, I've been thinking about
They were
being like
twins.
the White House like press secretary or who's the
They
person
let
that's
you, yeah.
speaker, the person who talks to the news. That's
The
why I was, like, thinking
efficiency,
of, like, this
expert.
kind, because I could do a whole thing where it's like, oh, I'm detransitioned, like, oh my god, all this stuff, like, and this is why you don't do that, and then I'm the voice of Republicans, and
Yeah.
they would eat that up,
Yeah.
and I could just be like a woman can be like whatever she wants to be. And what's amazing about being a womb is that we have that, you know? And I think it's just like really sucks that anybody, and she talks like that.
Yeah.
Press secretary.
Madden.
And I think it really sucks that like people are afraid of being a woman. So she like unknowingly kind of champions like transness.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
unknowingly.
It goes like all the way back
Unknowingly,
around.
yeah.
For sure.
Unknowingly.
Madden's like womb and campaign movement.
Womb and.
Yeah.
But it's womb and it's like what's
Yeah.
the
Womb
and?
and.
Yeah, she
Womb
thinks it's
and-
woman
Yeah.
because she thinks there's a D at the end of
Woman.
woman. Silent. There's a silent D.
And then like trans women come, but she can't clock them.
Yeah, she can't
So she's
at
like,
all.
come in, all women.
She's
she
like,
doesn't
I
know-
support women.
I support women
As
no
womb
matter
and.
what you look like.
Womb and
Womb and exactly. And then there's like it's only trans people.
Wait,
And she's
it's-
like,
it's-
what's going on? And then she realizes she's a guy.
yeah, that's how it ends. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Kind of like that movie Motocrossed.
Yeah. And back to
And back to
Motocross.
Motocross.
Well, I said off camera when you were talking about the scene from the first Charlie's Angels where it's Lucy Liu and
Efficiency expert.
Cameron and Drew in male drag. I always thought they looked really hot as a kid. I was like, why are these women dressed as men turning me on?
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on there?
Because they were like, I don't know, yeah.
Or it was
Pretty
like
boys?
they were pretty boys, but I was like, there was
Low
something
T,
there was
you were
something
like,
horny about like their wispy beards or something. I
Yeah.
was like,
It's kind of like how I find
Do you
like
feel
a
like
weak
that
jaw,
about trans guys
a
now?
weak jaw and like a little button nose, kind of cute. Like a little Whoville. When a guy kind of wears a little Whoville, like one thimble. Just one little, you know.
I mean,
your-
I'm like trans is hot.
yeah.
Like gender bending has always been hot. It's something I've never understood of why I liked it, but I used to just be like on the train and there would be like I guess like a gay, it wasn't a gay guy, it was like someone more like feminine,
Mhm.
but it was like a guy dressed in like a femme way, and I would just be like, why is that so beautiful to
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
And I just didn't, and I didn't know what trans was. Like I didn't know anything about it, but I was just so taken every time somebody was in the middle area.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand it.
What helped you figure it out?
Time,
You fall asleep. You're like,
time. Good night.
Time.
I think education, because it's like somebody telling you about transness or non-binary, and then meeting trans people and
Totally.
Yeah.
because it just wasn't. I feel like I just didn't have the words.
yeah.
Totally.
For it, but I knew it was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I knew. And I'm like, most of us find it beautiful. Like
Yeah.
there's always like someone you run into and you're like, huh. Well, I guess like my first gender. Well, the earliest thing I remember about like not understanding the whole gender thing was I made a friend in school when I first moved to Miami, and
Is that where you're from?
yeah, I'm from Miami. So this
Yeah. Mommy's
why-
back home.
that's why this.
Making perfect
That's
sense.
why it just clicks on.
Yeah, this is her casual.
Yeah, you were like, my mom would scream.
Yeah, she would
She'd
love
love this.
She would love if I looked like this, and
Oh
I
my
don't.
God. And I don't. Good. Sorry, mom.
Yeah. So I went to elementary all Spanish speaking elementary school there, and I made one friend my first day there, and it was this. I didn't know he was a boy. Well, I was just like, we're the same. That's
Yeah.
what I thought. I was like, oh, we're the same, and I just like thought he was like really great, but I thought it was like a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, la la la, yeah. And then they split us into lines in PE, girls and boys.
And you're like, wait, what?
Yeah. And so I followed my friend to the boys line, and I was like, lee lee lee. And they're like, no, the girls line. And I was like, yeah, but like my friend. And they're like, no, you're a girl.
They're like, shut up.
Yeah, they're like, you're a girl. And I was like, no, but I'm the same as my friend. Like, what? And they're like ripping me from the boys line. And I was like,
Oh my
and
God.
I'm, like, realizing like in slow motion. And I was like,
Like gender.
yeah. And then
Gender.
shortly after, like just square dancing. Where they would pair a boy and a
you're
girl.
like,
And I
what
was
the
like,
fuck?
but I remember that moment being
Wow.
so like,
yeah.
but we're the same.
Yeah.
And I was quickly taught we are not the same.
Wow.
But that was my experience, and And then
But that was a pretty boy, like a
was like
felt safe.
He just had longer hair.
love it.
Really.
Gay.
And they stripped you.
But just like when you're kids,
all your
you're all
rights.
kind of the same.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and they're
There's
like,
no like
binary.
there's no masculine boy.
Right. Yeah. What little boys like?
No, they're all like
They are. Compared to me, they were masked boys.
there's no mask.
I could never do
boys.
anything
All boys
masked.
are gay.
You know
Yeah.
what makes me feel so masked?
What?
When we have a bag of ice and I slam it down to break it. Cause you gotta be confident with that shit. You gotta like hold it down on concrete. And I feel
Confidence is
so
mask.
Confidence with throwing
No,
ice.
maybe you need to redefine.
You're right.
'cause
You're
you could
right.
be a hard femme.
You're right.
Mhm.
And I
You
am.
could be foot.
And you are.
I am.
And you
I'm
are.
a dummy femi.
Dommy Femi Mommy.
Fagoot. But I do but like you know what I mean? Like
Throwing
throwing
ice.
the ice.
You got to go all out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only time in my life I feel masked.
It can surpass gender, but it just needs to be.
When I'm about to make a cocktail and I'm like, hey, the ice is solid. Just like this. Yeah. So that's my gender story.
we always like wind up talking about gender one way or another, but like
I wonder why.
I wonder-
I wonder
But
why.
we, like, who's more trans?
you. You because like you. I think because like when you dress like a woman, it's like low key like kind of beautiful.
yeah.
Like you give off your essence is like beautiful woman essence.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You sort of discovered we did Gelato, a series where we did mom
Oh
drag
my
back
god,
in
Mhm.
that,
the
Yeah.
that's what I
day.
was thinking about. Woman.
Constance, you sort of
Yeah.
like, I don't know, got me my first manager because of that one
Me?
character. Yeah,
That's funny. I'm like I didn't do shit.
yeah.
you did.
No, I didn't do anything.
I ended up getting
That's all I-
dropped by the manager.
I
And you
do that
didn't do
either.
shit then either. You didn't.
No, that's you.
You didn't vouch for me.
It's all you.
Yeah,
No, I feel
do
like-
make a pretty girl, and
Yeah,
I am
you-
certainly fluid in some
Yeah.
sort of way.
Yeah, you're pretty. It's fun. I don't know if I could ever. I mean, it's been cool to sometimes when people are like, just think I'm a young man, and I'm like, cool.
That's cool.
And then
That
people
is
sometimes
cool.
people aren't confused.
Yeah, where are you now on your gender journey? Still non-binary, like whatever. that's cool.
I'm
We're
non-binary.
like, make a choice.
Shaky
feel like-
gun. I'm like,
We're like, choose now.
I'm non-binary. I don't want to be a man, and I've never fit into being a woman. Like my whole life, it's always been like I've lost jobs from it. Like just the way that I act. So how I feel is that the way I feel is like I have like a really. I'm like I know my body is like a sexy woman's body, and like. I have things like and I used to be more ashamed of it, and now I'm like, wait a minute. There's this weird like war against anything that looks feminine. And I'm kind of in this place where I'm like, oh, I have it. I'm gonna embrace it.
Yeah.
And I also think that just the way that I go in the world is masculine. Like the way that I'm in the world is masculine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I've never really thought about it that way, but I'm like, oh yeah, like I almost like okay, I was joking with a friend being like, okay, let's say you guys are two bros.
Yeah. Well, we are. You
Okay,
could
two
tell.
bros.
Yeah.
And
can you
I'm
not
like
tell?
and you meet me and I look like this, but I'm like but maybe instead it's actually I'm like trying to convince you that I've been Freaky Friday'd and it's just so you're a dude. I'm like, dude, no, like it's me.
Really.
It's Brad.
Brad.
Like
Brad,
yeah, like
your problem?
we're drinking shit. Like remember like at the frat, like no, I know. It's crazy what happened. No, I know, dude, but
You're
don't
like, look at this fat dumper.
I know, like, I got a pussy, bro.
We slug
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Don't fuck me, please.
well, isn't that like
We're like,
well,
are you sure?
I feel like if cis men were body swapped, they'd be like the first people who'd be like, ooh, they would be like loving femininity and like.
What's that
No, but
movie? I
not
think it's
until.
like
But when your
hot
friend wants
chick.
to fuck you.
I think they would do it. I
Well,
think.
I'm saying like how I feel
Yeah.
is like if I feel like oh I was just a bro and you're now treating me different
Mm.
because I am in here.
yeah.
So that's how I feel in regular life. Like I've never liked that aspect of having this kind of body. It's just like
That's why I asked you. I was like, "You're so beautiful," and I love to say that. And I was like, "Does that make you uncomfortable?" Because
no, I love
like
being-
again, River's the funniest person I know, and this is comedy, but it's also like you're beautiful.
Yeah.
Like
we're crying. We're
that. That chocolate
I mean-
barrel girl. It's not working, honey.
I'm like, nobody says that to me.
I feel like I do every time I see you, or I don't know if I
check
can.
your email inbox because there's a
Yeah.
lot coming from.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're
emails.
beautiful. Ah! That's all I want. Like I'm like, oh, why is everyone just telling me I'm talented? No, I love. I like being pretty, and I like when people feel confused about being attracted to me. I've had that on both sides.
That's cool.
Lesbians and men,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what?
I kind of have that, like a kernel of that with
You
like
do?
lesbians. I think like me because like I'm a pretty boy.
Because you're
And then-
feminine.
Yeah.
For
You
sure.
give
For sure.
girl vibe.
Absolutely. And then I always say straight men I feel comfortable with me in like they would try something because it's like
Wait,
dipping it-
really? Has it happened?
I'm sure in some form, but like I
Wait,
think
but
straight men are like
I'm sure. Did it?
I'm sure
He's like,
like,
I'm sure.
That's so hot. Wait, and lesbians too?
lesbians love me because I'm pretty, but also straight men I think are comfortable with me. It's like a first little baby step into gay curious.
Uh-huh.
It's even before bi curiosity. It's like
yeah, no,
what's
no,
this
yeah.
creature?
They're like, I'm still
Who's this
straight.
femme
Yeah.
bitch?
Let me suck
Who's
your
pretty-
dick.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so
yeah.
straight.
Who's this pretty boy? Like they're comfortable.
People
a
love
little bit
pretty
around
things.
me.
I think-
He's
sure.
not. He's
Yeah,
not
I'm
having
like,
this.
I don't know.
He's not having this. But I feel that like,
You're also pretty.
straight men are. He's also.
Yeah. You're like
just
a
as
forever
trans.
twink.
He's just as trans.
I don't know. I don't fall into. Somebody called me like a tall twunk one time, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm I don't think I qualify.
tall-
I
as
think
tall.
stretched
you're
out.
in the twink
Yeah.
territory.
It's so
Am I a
weird.
twunk as a boy?
no.
What am I?
Well,
Otter?
you read twink, but you're actually like very like built.
Yeah,
you
you're
would
built.
be a twunk, but like you're too pretty to be. I don't know. It's so weird. The categories don't make any sense, and they're not.
I don't
they're not
think
real.
I'm in a category.
See, I don't feel non-binary. I feel like both. And
But
I
that's
remember.
that can be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
it's
the
a version of that.
language. Like fuck this shit.
I remember
Yeah.
when I first came out, which like you and I came out together. Kind
we
of.
were both straight. That's so funny. And we were both like, yeah, I think I have like dreams about being
I'm like,
with like a women. And
smoking
you're
a
like,
crack
yeah,
pipe.
I think I'm in love with a guy. And we're like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's smoke more.
Maybe you guys should get
Hey,
married.
Carol.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, we're like we're
I didn't
gay.
know this was it.
I think
Wait,
we're-
what are you doing tonight?
We have a straight wedding. Please.
MAGA.
Yeah,
Wait.
MAGA.
Wait,
MAGA.
this is good.
MAGA would be so happy.
For us. Oh my God.
We love Donald.
Donald. Yeah, I feel like this podcast has helped me sort of. Well, COVID.
Decide you're trans.
Yeah, COVID actually was sort of like a bit of a gender. Like, yeah, I'm like, well, tonight's the night.
She is
No,
more than me.
Everyone's trans.
COVID was a bit of a gender.
Wait,
every-
awakening.
have a gender thing?
Everybody's
feel like-
trans.
I feel.
He's coming out, and I'm like, everybody.
Everyone's trans.
He's trying to come out.
You can't come out. Yeah.
I think I have like. Sometimes I feel like a gender tourist where I'm like, I don't know if I qualify as being non-binary. There's a lot of stuff about masculinity that I don't like.
There's no qualification.
I know. I guess that's part of like the thing where it's like I don't feel entitled to it somehow because I'm not like embodying it correctly.
But
But
that kind of respect is usually when you're trans.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. No, like, okay.
His penis grows 9 feet out of joy.
In my mouth.
Oh,
I die.
I was like, I sip cock.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like,
we were texting and we were asking River, do you like want anything to drink? And you're like, oh, like seltzer. And Andrew was like, oh, I sip cock while we
Like,
record.
as in sipping cocktails.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
we
was
love
like, okay,
cocktails.
you sip cock.
Yeah, we sip.
You
we
go
s-
cock? Question mark? Exclamation point. And
Well.
like,
Um,
yeah, we sip cock around here.
but okay, on transness.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel like a woman. I don't. And then there's certain
Yeah, I don't
things-
feel like either.
Yeah, I don't
But
feel.
here's the thing: none of us are
Right.
anything.
Yeah.
Right? There is actually nothing. So I think that's what gender the conversation around gender is actually doing, it's like there's no reason why we're divided into these two categories based on our genitals that tell you how to treat someone, how someone should dress,
Right.
how they should act, blah blah blah, because there's so much variation in how we are made genetically and like in terms of personality and all this shit.
Yeah, totally.
So it's actually, I mean, what it's, I think like Lauren Berlant talks about, I've learned this from my friend Charlie, like talks about how the division of gender is actually a eugenicist framework in order to make us procreate, but mostly to actually make a white race non-disabled, like keep going. So we're actually part of this larger project. And that's why gender variation or like any other form of expression
Can't
is
exist. Yeah.
But it's like we have normalized it to a point where now it's under attack, you know, in a big way. And it's like, wow, us just being ourselves, like us just literally like hanging out, talking shit, doing what we want is being like, you know, people are trying to stop that because they're like, oh, you're too free,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
We're in like the freest country or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is it's because you're doing something that requires us not to be free in our modes of expression. And yeah, I've had friends who also have like done research in like where did Darwin go? It's like that bird place.
The Galapagos Islands?
Yeah. They go there and research birds and gender shit. And there's a lot of birds that switch gender.
Yeah.
After a certain time, there's a lot of, you know, so like in the natural world,
There's all kinds of shit going on. Yeah. And guess what? We're a part of the natural
and
world.
we are
Birds
part
are
of
champ.
it. But all of this keeps kind of like being, it feels like all of, I hate the word capitalism, but I'm going to use it, is like used to make us forget about our nature or
Totally.
something.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you want us to just like be in the buildings dressed as a man or a woman, dressed as a bathroom sign.
Okay, Halloween costume.
Okay.
You should be a handicap Halloween sign.
Yes. Hello, here for the bathroom. And they're like, this is bad. This is ableist. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Cancel.
You're like, this is how we dress in Philly. And we're
yeah,
like,
and then I
"No,
go to
I know, I
MAGA,
wanna talk
and
about
then
you
I'm
moving to
MAGA.
Philly.
I'm
Yeah.
with Trump. I'm like holding him by the waist. Actually, you know the pattern?
Wait,
The app?
yeah. The horoscope app? Yeah.
You could match yourself with someone romantically, and they have Trump on it, and I match with him, and then it says, like, I put it so I could match with him, and it says like, you guys will change each other's lives. So now I'm like, maybe
Well, but
dress like this.
That's good for him, but bad for you, though. Like
No, it's good for me too.
Okay.
That MAGA dick.
But yeah, the gender shit is like
gender
none
shit.
of it's real. All of
None
it's
of it's real.
dumb and fake.
we have known each other all for such a long time, and like everyone's grown and changed. But
yeah.
I always
You don't
like
say.
I associate like learning about gender and sexuality and like making new friends who are all different kinds of expressions, like with creativity and like with comedy. And it's always so funny to me to think about like how that could be so not the case for so many other
Yeah.
people.
But I think it's also beautiful how we just were like attracted to each
Mhm.
other.
It's always the
And
way it
didn't-
works. Yeah.
It is.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm like, that's
all my high school
insane
friends
to
were all
me.
Same.
fucking gay.
Same.
The whole like lunch
And we
table
were
is,
like, la 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 la,
Yeah.
you.
why are we so close?
Yes.
It's like, you're all
And it's
queer.
like,
We're
now
all
we're
queer.
Y'all gay.
queer.
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
gay. Y'all gay.
Like this
Trans.
is like so wild.
Yeah.
to-
That's always the case.
like we just we have some kind of not a radar, but like I
A
think-
gaydar, if you will.
Yeah. I think attraction to people, like there's so much information
Yeah.
actually in your attraction to people.
That's why I associate it with creativity though, because it's like when you saw our videos, you were like, yes. And like when we saw your stand-up, we were like, yes. And there was just like an exchange there of like understanding, even if like we
Yeah.
didn't fully know what it was. So it's just, I don't know, it's funny to me.
I guess it was like yeah, like you guys are seeing the world in a similar way.
Gina walks out. She's like,
yeah, you're like,
I-
this is dumb. You're straight again.
Yeah, like, cut it off me.
I'm like, we should make something with
We
these
sh-
characters
We
Yeah,
should.
that
yeah.
they're together.
I have so many video ideas for you.
Or like, what if it's like we're married and I'm like, yeah, my husband dresses sometimes.
Dresses. Yeah, you
this.
can't say like, well, how?
yeah, he dresses.
He dresses.
He dresses, and I love him.
Oh my
And then he has like
God.
another look. Or it'd be funny if like she's also like, a man can look like this. Like what I love
like-
about Trump is that he doesn't care about the way he looks.
Doesn't
Because he
care.
looks really bad. And so like my husband can look however he wants. Like they're just kind of like trying.
Like,
Yeah.
looking beautiful but not serving.
Yeah. No, it should be beautiful. A beautiful woman.
Just a regular straight husband.
You really do beautiful women so well. Like, how? I'm like, I don't understand.
Thank you. I think it's a
Why?
genetic layout.
Do you look like your mom?
You were
I
raised
look
by
50,
women.
50. I was raised by 100 she-wolves, all Italian women, but like I look like a 50-50 split of my mom and
Oh.
dad. It's like annoying because like it's down the middle.
Could
He's-
your dad be like a girl or no?
Probably. No, he's pretty like mask and normal, which means he's probably trans and crazy.
But every like guy.
It's adding up.
Every
No, I always say my mom's a trans man, and if she was a man, it would be AJ McLean from the Backstreet Boys, like with the chin strap. How your mom wants you to be Miami Hoochie, like would love this look.
yeah, she
My mom would love me
those.
to have like a lineup, like
Ugh.
and like I don't know,
It's like
Yeah.
what do you
Blue
want me to
sunglasses on.
perform?
and a lineup and like a fade and all
Yeah.
that shit,
I dressed like a guy for fun
just to piss off
because
your
I thought
family.
it was funny. No,
Oh.
not to piss anyone off, just because I was like, this is really funny. I'm gonna show up in my dad's clothing to my best friend's house
And you're like,
upstairs. Yeah.
They're like,
Fully like with the lineup.
Oh my
with
god,
everything. My
that's
dad's
genius.
And they were like, "Why
did you do that?
you do that?"
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
"I don't know." And now I'm like,
now I know.
now I have all these memories of like me wearing my dad's shoes, like putting them on, them being so big, and me being like, and then getting like foot fungus after because like he had fungus, and I was like, "Oh no!" And then also
That's
memories.
very male. That's
Yeah.
very, that's
Yeah.
very
Also
male-affirming.
memories of me being like I would see him basically like everything he did. Instead of following what your mom did, I was like, oh, my dad is like gelling his hair and he's like doing that. So I was like, oh, I'll shave. So then when I shaved my face, I like cut it.
Oh,
And I was like,
no.
oh no! And then like instead of putting gel or mousse in my hair, I put on by mistake his shaving cream in my hair. And I was like just
God.
trying to be him so bad.
Oh, it's cute.
But I never registered in my head that I was like trying to be a guy.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, that
Mhm.
is what I. But so always it has been like I've been looking at what dudes are doing in a space, and I'm like, oh, I should do that.
Mhm.
And then when I would do it, people would be like, "Why are you doing that?" And I'd be like, "I'm not understanding. Hold on.
You're like,
Yeah.
wait.
Hold on, I don't get it."
They're like, now you do. You're like, oh.
So I just didn't. Yeah, I'm like, I don't understand the woman stuff. Like
Uh-huh.
when I do this, I think it's like funny because I'm like, oh, this is like funny to me. It's a joke.
Because it's drag.
Yeah.
It's
Or
a
it's like a
joke.
performance,
Yeah,
you
I'm like,
know?
oh, this is fake. This is fake.
Well,
this is
that's what I was gonna say. Like every man, cis man who like claims to not understand gender expression or like more than two genders, it's like my dad hears this, he's gonna be annoyed, but it's like he has a
Does he
mustache.
listen?
And no, but like sometimes my sister will like tell him stuff. That's how he found out that I said like, what if my dad met Ice Spice? If
And he
my
was
dad,
like,
my dad has a mustache, and it's like he has never shaved his mustache my entire life. 35 years he has had a
crazy.
mustache, and it's like, Dad, shave your mustache, and he's like, no. It's like that's your gender affirming
Yeah.
expression. It's like if someone forced you to shave your mustache, you would be fucking pissed and annoyed and embarrassed and feel weird. It's like that's because it's something that is of your gender that feels good.
Yeah.
You're a part of it too. You're on this gender spectrum. That's just the way you're doing it.
Yeah.
You do be looking good with that mustache, though.
I would never wear a mustache. I've drawn
I
it
love
on
when
and
I
I'm
have
like,
one.
disgusting.
When I'm not doing drag, I feel like I do like a mustache.
If I was a like cis guy, I'd be a clean shaven, sissy ass looking
Cool.
That's hot.
cis guy. I would not be like a hairy dude. I'd be bi. I'd be a bi.
Are you still bi now, kinda? If you don't mind me
Yeah,
asking.
I would
Me
say.
too, kinda.
Yeah, me too,
Cosmically.
kinda.
Like I feel
Yeah.
like
Hey,
it's
we're
a
all.
vibe.
Everyone winds up being bi on this couch. It's
Literally.
like
I think it's a vibe. I think I'm not attracted to everybody.
yeah.
Like
No,
regardless of gender. I would say like I'm less attracted to
man.
men
yeah. Mhm.
most of the time. I think they're pretty until they say stuff. Like I feel like literally like I feel like I'm a man the way that I think. So like how I look at men is how they look at women.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, pretty, but like, shut the fuck up. Like, you're so stupid. And then I see when women are
You to
like,
me, I'm like,
women for
fuck up.
me, I'm like, oh my God, like, this is incredible. And then some I'm like,
Oh my
nasty ass
God.
bitch. So I'm like, and then like non-binary trans people, I'm like, oh, you're so hot, but you're gonna hurt me because you guys are crazy.
Yeah.
We're crazy to do this.
What's the non-binary for both?
Gender, bigender.
Bigender. Interesting.
I'm non-binary and I feel like both.
Yeah. I remember Peter Smith, friend of the pod, blue guest from season 1.
Mhm.
Sort of was like, I feel like neither. And I was like, oh, I don't feel that way because I do feel strongly like both. You know what I mean? I have this masculine side of me.
Yeah.
And I have this feminine side of me.
I feel like
it's like a
both and
balance.
neither.
See, yeah.
I feel like very middle. And then I'm like, I know I can play these two sides, but I know, yeah, like my feminine side is easier to play. And then I have a boyish. It's more
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
I had this weird dream that was like about a really sexy woman
Mhm.
and a little boy, and they were melding. And I'm like,
Oh,
that's
no.
exactly how I feel. Like I am a sexy woman and a
little
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Together, and
That's
whatever
hot.
that is, like
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the vibe.
I slide you my number.
I have it already though.
Not that number.
I'm like, hi, Ange.
My Chan's number.
They
It's a
give you a
beeper.
new-
It's a
they
beeper.
give you a new one when you transition.
Yeah,
You
it
get
is-
a
it's a collect
beeper
call.
from Net and
It's a
Yahoo.
payphone.
Yeah.
I'm like, I told you not to call me here.
Oh, I just wanted to say Peter Smith was our first solo guest, and you're
Peter Smith is so beautiful.
beautiful,
So beautiful.
funny, talented,
Another
incredible.
Virgo.
But you're our second solo guest, so it's
Fair,
it's
fair,
elite
fair.
company.
Aaron Markey, who's yet to come on the pod,
Mhm, mhm.
but a friend of the pod.
Mhm.
I love Aaron.
We love
We love
Aaron.
Aaron.
The way when they came out as non-binary, they sort of broke down the word, the origin of the word, or like the root of it being in transit. And it was sort of interesting to me because I had never heard anyone talk about it in that way. And just me, based on my personality and just everything I've, kind of come to accept, is that my personality is a pendulum. I switch no matter what. I like
Yeah.
change my mind in a way
Mhm.
that sort of is always in motion, in that I will never make a damn decision.
But also, it's like,
But you know what I mean?
I
I'm
do-
not just
yeah,
saying
no.
that.
it's like
and that,
yeah.
in life in general, like we're going from being a baby to like an adult
Yeah.
and then like decaying. Like we're always changing like
Totally.
our organism. So to actually put any like strong label on it
yeah.
is fake.
Yeah.
That's not real. Like what we're all going through is like we're traveling through space within a body for now, and then we keep traveling as something else.
Yeah.
Like that, why even put a fucking
Right.
marker on this?
Yeah.
And it's so stupid. I also see it as like a spirit, like I'm very spiritual, and I'm like, I really feel like I'm in here.
Mm.
And I had no choice about what's outside. I have no choice about how that's treated. And I have no choice about how that's seen. But I'm in here and I've redefined what this type of body means in the world just from my will. So I'm like,
Mhm.
well, I know that now I know my will is stronger than how I'm perceived or how people think I should be
Mm.
perceived or something. And so much before I was like, picked non-binary or whatever the fuck. People were like, would be like, you're like kind of androgynous. Like there's something like, or like I used to hang out. Well, I still hang out with guys, but like I'm a guy because I'm a guy.
You're a guy's guy.
People who could really see me would be like, I feel like I'm not hanging out with a girl, and I'm like, I know what you're
Getting at.
know.
You're like, you're almost there.
Spoiler alert.
And that-
Me too.
Dude, let's do a cake, dude.
You kind of breaking me shoehorning in like the pendulum of
No,
trans.
no, it's great. The conversation's amazing.
I know.
Yeah,
It's like,
but I do love lately in my trans journey, I think especially with like Trump stuff happening, I'm like, there is a weird, I feel like trans women get it the most, where it's like, why is you being beautiful and feminine and embracing like your curves and all this beauty so damaging to society? It's like there is a war against like femininity.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I've been given this. Like for me right now, I'm still non-binary. I stand by that. Who knows if it'll change? I'm like, whatever. Things change. But also like I want to embrace this body that has actually made me feel so trapped and so scared. Like it's like very fear because I've only been like objectified like through it and not seen as like who I am.
yeah.
But now I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. Like non-binary, I can redefine what
Right.
this is. This is not a woman.
Right.
This
And it's
is
yours.
just
you know?
me.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can use it how you want to.
Yeah. I'm like, this is mine, so I will now use it. Bitch.
You're like, these pants are mine now too.
These, like,
I'm like,
this
wait a
style-
minute.
Yeah.
They are
All of
coming
this
back on
is
the rack,
about-
aren't
No.
No.
It's mine.
Your pants are never coming back.
Madden!
It's
Okay,
time to
let's take a
go.
break and we'll be right back.
Let's take a break.
Break.
I loved your recent. Are we recording? Make sure this is on. No, I love your oyster. Your flash tats are so beautiful. Sarah, my ex, I kind of wants to get an oyster from you.
Sarah wants to oyster.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sarah.
Yeah. They're beautiful. We should get a half an oyster that like could enjoy. We should both get oysters. That'd be.
It's so cute. Your relationship is so cute.
It's
Thank
very
you.
admirable. I really respect the way you guys have been able to like be.
Well, we
close
love
friends.
each other
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
really nice.
It's
Yeah.
Really love each
we do. It's awesome.
We both feel
Yeah.
lucky.
Yeah, it's very unconditional. Cause like we were happy and like we had a good sex life. Like it worked, but I just felt like I was holding myself back because I had this queer muscle that was just collecting dust. I don't hold myself back anymore, which is cool. And I still get to have a relationship with her, which is cool. So I feel lucky,
Yeah.
you know, because that's not guaranteed. And it's a testament to like what we had. So there's a little like sadness there, but ultimately it's beautiful because like we were closer in a way. I think that.
We're doing this for the mic.
Oh no, sorry, it's fused. I've had like very strong loves of my life, so I don't know if it will. I'm sure it will come again, but I'm like I'm not looking because of that. Like I've had great relationships, and I'm like it needs to be correct
Yeah.
for me to like want to get into like something serious until it gets dark and weird. I'm 80. I'm like I don't need any of this.
Like-
I'm still in this look.
We're like, okay, Nana.
It's just this exact like little gray streak.
You're like, yes, I got the hairline reventilated. Okay, well, should we
Play the
play a game? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And we're back.
What's the
and
game?
we're back. The game is called Label Whores, right?
Do you have some?
I have no idea. I thought we would just all kind of improv. And see what,
I
what
saw
happens.
you pulled
Can
out the
I
paddles.
do this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
What do
yeah,
you-
yeah. You need some alone time with that.
Whoa.
good. That's how we chop the pillows around here.
Madden.
Madden
no!
takes the whole set down. Madden realized she's been a little pent up. I want to see Madden at the batting cages.
This is Madden BDSM.
Wow. Madden.
Whenever I've done a hyper feminine look, people are always like, "Step on me," and I'm like, "Is this what you mean?"
Step on my.
Exactly.
I know. I'm like,
You can
okay,
just
I'm
look hot
hard.
and hit people.
I'm like, honey, don't pop. Don't pop my top.
Not the chandelier.
Don't pop my
I
top.
break everything.
We're like,
Every
"Oh."
single thing. Not a square left.
Anyways, so the game is called Label Whores, wherein we choose a person, place, thing, or idea and assign it a letter from the LGBTQIA.
You better have a
spectrum.
canon of shit.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know you. I didn't know she was pulling out the paddles.
Why-
I was like,
it's season 2, baby. It's time for battles. We haven't done it yet. So in the past, we've said Twizzlers
are bi.
are bi, Twizzlers pull and peel are trans, jet skis are lesbian, things like that.
I'm ready. Right now.
Madden with the paddle.
Okay,
was
yeah,
gonna
Madden.
be,
This is good. Actually, Madden with a paddle is everything I need.
You know, I try not to judge people. Only Jesus could judge people. But like, yeah, rainbows for me mean something else.
Yeah, rainbows mean the covenant of God, covenant with God.
Yeah, it doesn't mean like gay to me. It
Doesn't mean-
means more like I appreciate what the earth has to give. Like when
Yeah.
after it rains.
Color.
Color.
I have a
lots of
couple on my
color.
list.
Do it.
All right, restaurant leftovers.
Restaurant leftovers. I put B for
Bye.
I didn't
Yeah.
write mine down yet.
Okay, well,
Leftovers?
I said lesbian
Restaurant
Why?
leftovers are lesbian.
because it's like I don't know, practical.
It's not practical. You can't. It's hard to get one.
To get a lesbian?
Yes.
I've
It's
been
hard.
looking.
Restaurant leftovers are lesbian. I think.
I put bi because it's like
Why
it
are they bi?
wants to be more than one thing.
I put poly because someone's already had it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you're like, I'm going to take it home.
Yeah.
Nasty.
See, lesbian. I'm like, well, let's ration the serving.
No.
Very lesbian.
Uh,
It's just a warm up. It's just a warm up. But I think poly makes sense.
Okay, moving on.
First class seats. Like
Eh?
like flying first class.
Come
Like,
again?
The experience of being in first class.
Oh.
I always need a cheat sheet with like LGBT. LGBT. Yeah, easy.
Yeah. You guys know how to live.
They do it up.
Everything first class. It's first class.
I'm like, but lesbians aren't practical.
yeah, like
Gays are
dirty in the
fancy.
dump, like a truck. Gay guys, first class, Dubai.
Dubai.
Diamonds.
Dubai. yeah.
Like
Dubai.
Audrey
Gay guys are
Hepburn.
Dubai.
Gay,
Yes.
gay guys, diamonds, Dubai, Audrey Hepburn. That's gay.
Yeah.
That's gay.
That's gay.
First class.
Gay guys are Dubai for
Yeah.
sure.
Gay.
Yeah.
No, gay guys got it all. Like I wish.
You could.
You are. You could.
You could.
No, but I'm not. You guys got a different thing going on.
Postmodern.
Postmodern. Like
I don't know. I must have been
postmodernism?
high. I must
Or
have
like
been
the
high.
idea.
Yeah,
like,
postmodernism.
I think it's trans
I think it might be trans.
because they're thinking.
Yeah, they're in on the joke.
They're thinking. They're thinking about things.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's commentary there.
Yeah. They understand history, thinking. They're evolving.
Right.
Postmodernism
It's
as
like
a subsect of modernism.
It's a conversation.
It's a
Yeah.
conversation.
Totally. Yeah.
T.
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 T, mama.
T mama.
hunty.
Postmodernism trans mama.
Postmodernism
Man,
is
people are so smart.
trans.
You're just going with what you feel. Postmodern.
That's postmodern.
That's postmodern.
Be trans is postmodern.
post-
Yeah,
postmodern.
The movie Enough with J-Lo.
Ooh.
Ooh. That's tough. That's tough.
Oh.
Mm.
I think it's lesbian.
Yeah.
I feel like it's P for pan. Because my gut says
I
it's gay,
feel
my
that.
gut says it's trans, my
Pan
gut says
is
it's
like-
lesbian. I feel like it's covering.
I feel that because she kind of looks like a guy in the
She
way.
transforms. She's
but
punching.
it's still J Lo.
but it's J-Lo.
She's punching. She's
Yeah.
masked.
She's masked, but she's also like she's still like a mother. You know,
Yeah.
she's it's given J Lo in Enough is everything. Okay,
right
for everyone.
Yeah.
I think I have
It's
an incredible
everything.
answer. I think it's bi. Because I was going to say it's lesbian and that's like female empowerment. But then I'm like, it's gay and that it's like canon. And like, you know, and then I'm like, oh, there's something for everyone here. So maybe it's
Yeah.
bi.
But what about trans?
What do you mean?
I guess you can be bi and trans. I don't know. I feel like P.
Oh, it might
Yeah,
be
but there's
trans
something-
because
She cuts her hair.
Yeah,
cuts
but there's
her
something
hair.
very like hetero about the movie
There is
itself.
something hetero.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why we're on the.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, a little bit of both.
I could go with B. I could go with B.
We don't need to
Maybe- I
agree.
think maybe-
Actually, I'd go with P.
Pan.
Yeah, I'd go with Pan.
See, that sounds almost too cool for that movie.
So you're like, it's a confused trans person in a bi movie. Yeah.
No, it's B for bi, and that it's like a little basic in that. As someone, I'm bi. You know, I can
basic.
bi for basic.
We're all bi.
Our
Yeah.
4 bi fans.
Wait, everyone else was bi who came on the show?
Kinda.
A lot
Who?
of
Who
bi.
else is bi?
I don't know. Maybe
Who's
it's just
bi?
us.
Tyrone.
Tyrone's not bi.
Jerome's not bi.
No.
Jerome's
We're like-
gay.
We
Jerome loves
Jerome, that Jerome. Loves dick.
Steph? I don't know.
Not one
Yeah,
person.
I guess it's just us, actually.
It's just
us.
us. People always ask me what I like. They're like, "Oh, but are you this?" Or they have an assumption. I'm like, I literally don't know. Like,
I don't know how to tell you.
sorry.
So that's probably Pan.
I don't like saying pan. Somebody was like, "Oh, pan usually means chaser," and I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, no, no, no."
Really?
Interesting.
So I guess like bi. Really, I feel just like gay in every way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
you're
I'm
gay.
like, if I like a guy, it's in a gay way. If I like a
Yeah.
girl, it's in a gay way. If I like a non-binary trans person, it's gay. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gay.
I just feel like I'm gay. Like it's like I could never be straight. Yeah, when I think about like my straight relationships, I'm like they were gay. So or
Same.
people thought I was like just living with my gay best friend. So I'm like, oh, okay, so people, you know,
my relationship was queer. For starters, our height
Yeah.
difference alone was enough
That's
to get us
incredibly-
on the spectrum.
you had like every gay guy's dream.
A big lady.
Yeah. Big lady, my big
God, my
like my
beard
big
is
doll.
huge.
And now-
yeah,
and now
my
you
doll.
are the
big
I know,
doll.
exactly.
Yeah.
I am the doll, honey.
And now you are the doll. I think it's so beautiful.
Thank
It's cool.
you.
Is she queer at all?
She is. She's queer in general.
Oh.
Queer adjacent. I think she's sort of like open to it, but like can't
Shy.
find like a woman to like date.
There's
I think
so
she like
many.
loves dick, but like is queer. She's a slave for the cock, is what I'm saying. But
Just don't put
I
that in
know.
here.
Oh, it's going in.
Oh, she's a slave for the
How do I put this? She's a slave for the
Well,
cock.
I mean, like, there's ladies with cocks.
Totally. I think she should peg someone. I think that would be in her
It's my dream to
World.
peg someone.
you should.
think
I guess
it's
I
very
have.
achievable.
That's
no?
hot.
I guess I have before.
Really?
With my hands.
But we need you strapped up.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
You need some gear.
Yeah,
be
but I'm
fun.
like, I've been fantasizing about. I have this obsession right now with having a bi boyfriend.
Cool.
That's hot.
I'm like, what would that be like? But it would have to be like, yeah, like
Why is it hotter to be bi? Like, because
You're open minded
you're just like,
and maybe secure enough. But it gets stressful. Like, I don't know.
people want to put you in a category. I feel like I don't know. I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm just out here. I don't know who I am. I
you're
don't
like,
know what
hello?
I just like, yeah, hello. I just like, I'm like, if there's a vibe,
Hello.
there's a vibe,
Yeah.
and you can't help it. So why put a thing on it?
T.
T.
Wait, I had
See,
one.
I raise a
Oh.
paddle that. The movie Motocrossed.
That's trans.
That's trans. That's trans. That's trans.
That's trans.
Wait, I love it. Not to make it back about motocross, but I love that her like version of like being her twin brother is for whatever reason like was just a face of foundation like all over the lips. Like that
Oh,
was
yeah,
her
they really
masculine
blocked
look.
her out. Yeah.
It was just like one color of foundation all
Just,
over
like-
her face.
It's like,
Like the
You're
lips.
not well.
yeah, it's like, dude, are you okay?
Like one color, and they're like, "Oh, you're a boy now."
You're a dude.
Like, Matt. What a movie!
It's
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah, those Disney movies.
Oh, trans
really-
is everything. Trans is so normal.
Yeah,
I'm like, actually, everyone before you have to perform, because it's like a performance
Yeah.
gender. So before you have to perform, I'm like,
Totes.
kids before teens, preteen, trans, butter tit. Everyone's got like the same body.
Did you say butter tits?
Butter tits. When you have butter tits as a kid,
What are
What is
butter
that?
tits?
when you, it's like
Oh,
tits
like
that
little,
aren't
like-
really.
Is that what that's called?
Wow.
Butter tits.
I know
Yeah.
we're like,
But there's only a limited amount of time of being a man or a woman.
And, right, because when you get old, you degenderify.
Yeah.
You just become old.
Everyone
Yeah.
looks the
Mhm.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we need
Yeah.
to get your T checked.
What about scaring people? Like,
That's the straightest thing of all time. But we could try. I'll see what I can do.
Scaring people.
jumping out from behind something.
I'm gonna go B
As
because
like a
it's
prank.
the closest to straight for me. Because I think scaring people is so straight. Like pranks are so straight. So B.
It's not lesbian.
It's not
No.
lesbian.
It's not gay.
It's not trans.
It's not trans.
It's
not
B.
queer.
B in like a performative way.
Oh, yeah.
Performative bisexual.
Intersex though.
It's intersex. Scaring people is intersex. You're,
No,
you know what? You're
because
right.
people are like, wait, what? Wait, yeah, I guess you're there. Oh, fuck. I'm scared now. You know, like the conversation of gender that people always forget intersex. And they're
Yeah.
like, and it's like, it's been since the beginning of time. People
Yeah,
are like,
yeah, yeah.
what? Come
Yeah.
on.
Truly. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That works.
And they're still fighting for people not to be scared.
Scraps.
Yeah.
River, do you have any? Or Madden? Does Madden have any questions? We could raise
Yeah,
a
does
battle
Madden
too.
need us to define anything?
When your boyfriend is adamant about cooking for like the football game.
Oof, when a man wants to cook?
When a man wants to cook and doesn't want you to help,
Oh, I know
what is that? That is like gay, right?
That is lesbian.
Lesbian.
So like I'm with a lesbian.
Yeah. Man in the kitchen is so lesbian in a hot way.
But
I would-
but
I would love to be with a lesbian man. You know, like a
Yeah.
man that feels like there's a woman inside.
wait, there was
me.
a character
Huh?
on the L
Maybe
word.
we're soulmates.
There was a character on the L word.
Like, we
Maybe you start
leave.
crying.
We're like,
who
we
was-
leave you.
I'm like, bye. No, there was a character on the L word who was a male identified lesbian. There was a few episodes where like one of the lesbians was dating just a guy, and he was like,
I
I'm a
remember.
lesbian.
I remember.
I'm
I
a
remember
lesbian,
that.
and everyone was like, well, he says he's
No,
lesbian.
there are dudes that feel like girl, like it's like you're a girl.
Yeah,
though.
but is that
Yeah.
just they're just trans and haven't come out yet?
I don't know. I feel like it's a
But,
spirit. It's a spirit. thing.
Spiritual.
Spirit.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I would love like
They're hard to come by. You
lesbian
have a little
man
bit
or-
of we both have a little lesbian energy.
yeah. You guys are lesbians
For sure.
Yeah.
But not letting someone into the kitchen or not letting someone help you cook is lesbian. I don't know why. It's just like
I take care of it.
yeah, or like
I'm the
yeah.
caretaker.
it's caretaker,
outta
but
here.
also it's like don't get in my way. Like it's like this is mine. This is my world. Like, but also I got you, but don't come in.
yeah.
But also don't scratch the granite.
Yeah, it's like there's a high level of like technical ability
I had
involved
that
here.
FKA Twig song, like when a girl feels
You know
good.
who I'm obsessed with? I am obsessed with like trans lesbians.
Just like I love a trans gay guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those are
I love
great.
a trans
I love both.
lesbian.
My
I'm like I think it's the hottest thing. I'm
my
just like,
nephew's trans, and I'm like, be gay.
really?
It'd be so cool if you'd be gay. But then he's
And he's like
security.
he's like stop
like,
talking
He's
about
like,
it.
I'm just
I'm
who
like,
I am.
be gay.
Yeah, like I didn't know that
Yeah.
was like a thing, like a butch trans lesbian.
No, it
Yeah.
happens
was
all
like,
the time. I think, right?
I
It's
think it's
so
pretty
hot.
common. Yeah, because
It is
a
hot.
lot of times
It's so
when-
fun.
So hot.
It's so fun. That's why I'm like, be gay. It'd be so fun if you were
Everything
trans
is-
masked gay.
Everything is great when it's
Yeah.
gay. I'm like, it's also so like I transitioned and not for the male gaze. And I'm like,
yeah.
No, I love it. It's incredible.
goddess.
When a trans person's gay, like either
I
way,
hit
it's
on
perfect.
like a trans guy who was straight. I'm like, fuck you, man. I hate this.
He's
I hate you.
Yeah. My brother. I'm like, oh my,
my
god.
God.
I thought
Dear
we were
Lord.
gay.
Gay.
Gavi.
Agave.
I'm like,
Agave.
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 No, I was like, okay, everything's fucked up. People are straight?
yeah.
When gay people are straight, I can't.
I know.
I can't either.
With
It's
it.
like,
I'm
wh-
like-
When trans people are straight, kind of. I mean, I get it. They're
Well,
like,
that's
you
what
know,
I
that's
mean,
part of your
yeah. I'm
identity.
like,
but I'm like,
I get
ultimately,
it,
you're
but I'm
queer.
also like,
You're
Really?
queer. Come on, really? Really?
I'm like, can I have you?
Can
It's
I
really
have you?
ultimately like,
Can I keep you?
can I have you? What do you mean I can't have you?
Can I keep you? What is that? The Indian in the cupboard?
Casper.
No, yeah, it's Casper.
Oh God. Can I keep you? Hey, you look like the dad from Casper.
I do when he
When
turns
he's
into a
ca-
ghost.
cartoon.
When he turns into a ghost.
No one has looked more like anyone other than you.
Everyone's
when
always
the-
like, I look like the Pixar dad from Inside Out. And it's like, I look like the ghost
You
dad
do
from
look
Casper.
like
I
him.
literally do.
it's amazing.
I grew up into
Except
him.
he's more.
He's more you than you are.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Well, because my face has gotten bigger and fatter and rounder. I used to be all chin. And, it
And
was
these
like,
glasses are getting tinier by the second.
Oh, Madden.
Hey,
What
Madam.
happened?
This is
Oh my
Madden
God.
I have
on,
hiccups.
on one wine.
I love playing, but I'm like, in this, I feel like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know? Like I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, it is. Yeah, it's a costume.
yeah, but for certain people, it's not.
True,
Right.
Like,
true.
People
This is very
wear
much a
this
costume.
shit, a wig, also makeup, and
Yeah.
they're like, it feels like I'm me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
really
to
feel
each their own. I'm like, get it off me.
I know. I feel very like,
And like you're doing this on purpose.
I know. I know.
You're like,
and
somebody
I'm
help
like,
me.
why do I? It's painful. Drag is hard. But it's in art form.
It truly is. And you're good at it.
your legs.
Thank
You're a
Yeah.
woman. But I'm like, it's funny because you're like bulky,
Yeah.
I know.
but you can give soft.
It drops away. It can do both.
Why
Yeah.
do
'Cause
you?
I'm both.
Why,
I'm
though?
both. It's weird.
She
That's
just
so
has-
like with the body of like,
Yeah.
you're like soft.
Thanks. I try.
How?
I don't know.
You're like, how?
Tell us. Because I do. It's both. They're both there.
You just have it.
Yeah,
How did
she's
you
got
know?
it.
How
and
did
that's
you
why,
kn-
like, my masculine side actually.
How
like,
did you know you had that?
I don't know. Since coming out, I feel like almost more masculine than ever in a weird way. Because all my cards are on the table. Like I'm not performing for anyone.
Right.
So it's made me like accept my gender, whether it be 50-50 or not, like whatever it is, like in a more secure way, which has been cool.
Totally.
So it feels like, oh, I can be a man for myself because that's like what I want to be, and it's not performative. And I can also
Mm.
like, Gina's here, and I can just do that and be beautiful. And
That's cool.
yeah, that's amazing. Like a slow 90s.
Like that's cool.
Oh wait, this is nothing. This has nothing to do with the game, but the '90s nut kick, like, it hasn't been seen on camera in decades. Like
The
getting-
90s nut kick
What's
is
the
transphobic.
90s nut
when
Like
kick?
kicking
like,
crotch.
like a kid would be like, "Get away from me!" and like kick like a band, like a robber in their house. Be like, yeah. And they'd be
Wow,
like,
that's the knee,
"Oh," and
the
then it
knee.
would often be like accompanied with like, "Mama," like something like
Yeah.
really
Oh,
dumb. You know, like no one has
no.
said "Mama" about like.
Gay.
No,
Wait, remember the hot chick? You were talking about something
I
earlier.
love the hot
chick.
chick.
Amazing. It's
I
so-
loved that shit.
that's
Like,
also body
It's
swap.
so
Yeah.
offensive.
I-
It's
I
so
know-
transphobic now.
I
but like, I
loved-
live.
what was his name?
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
I
We
loved
should watch
all
that.
his stupid ass movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And,
a
like,
Patreon episode.
I'm
we should,
like,
Yeah.
you're so trans.
well, we should
but
have River.
also,
We
you
should have
were
River back
trans
and
before.
rewatch the hot chick.
Wait,
that's a
that would
Patreon
be
episode.
We should do
funny.
that.
Wait,
yeah.
that movie is so problematic, but in a refreshing way because it's so fucked up that it's like, okay, kind of. But that shit was nuts. I saw a clip
Yeah.
recently, and it's Rachel McAdams being like the mean girl, whatever, and she bumps into the girl, and she's like, "You look skinny. Are you eating less or barfing more?" And the girl goes, "Barfing more." And it's like amazing. Like that was allowed. It was like, what the
So
fuck?
funny.
So
Yeah, I'm
funny.
like, I kind of wish
It's coming
I'm like,
back. Sorry.
I kind of wish that we could all work with like those dudes
Yeah, totally.
from before. I'm like, you guys were kind of doing what we're doing now.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like,
ahead of the curve.
yeah, you
Even Adam Sandler had a
I
had a drag.
know.
He was playing his sister or whatever that movie was. It was like
I'm like, you guys were in character like fully.
Yeah.
Like not like you were making fun, but
you were
by-
embodying. You were embodying it. Yeah.
by
Yeah.
embodying.
Right.
Like actually, let's
There's
go.
so- yeah. Let's go.
and
let's fucking
we
go.
toss a T to that. That's a T.
Like I
all
would
day.
love that, a crossover between all the guys that people think are like anti-trans and actual trans people. It's like, You're
They could
not.
play
Yeah.
them
You
the
get it,
best. Yeah,
actually.
they get it.
Like you're women.
Yeah, you're women. There's a
women.
part of you that's a
You're
woman. That's
women.
cool. And that's what made it funny because it was so
Yeah.
real.
We're like Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
You're a woman.
You're a woman.
He's something else. I'm not sure.
I think it'd be cool if it was like, I'm like, can
Keep a
we
D
make
out
that
of
happen?
this.
Yeah.
LOL.
Well, that's label whores. I think we don't have anything left in that
Yeah.
tank, unfortunately. Any final cunty thoughts? Anything that's been on your
I
mind?
loved this.
We love you, River. We're so happy to have you.
We really do.
I
You
love
are- you are familia.
You are family. You are seriously one of the funniest people I know.
I love you guys so much. I'm so happy you're
And
doing this.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And thank you for coming on. You're our first guest for season 2. It's so cool.
Where
But
can people
seriously.
find you? What's going on? What are you
Yeah,
up to?
what are you up to? You're moving, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna move to. I keep staring at your crotch because I'm
I
I'm
forget
no
pants.
better than a man. I'm finding. I am possibly moving to Philly. I hope by the time this comes out, I'll have fun.
This could
found
literally
my-
come out in October, so it's
Okay.
like
Yeah.
you probably
You'll
hopefully
be
you will.
to
yeah.
Philly and back.
Yeah.
probably by the
Still
time
here.
this comes. Yeah, I know. Like, we'll see. But
We're
I hope
putting
you
you on a
do.
bus
I'm like,
tonight.
please, I hope you do, because I'm like, I've been
I
trying to.
hope.
I
to.
tell myself I've been
I know,
saying
you-
I've been leaving for 10
She's been
years.
trying to leave, and I'm like, you can't. We're doing something, and you're like,
Yeah, I'm like, I'm outta here.
I'll remote
Forget
in.
it.
Yeah, I have
Put me on
friends in
Zoom.
Philly and like a lot of great artists and musician friends. So I'm like, it'll be very generative. I
Yeah.
want more community stuff. Like here, it's just felt really
Networky, stupid.
isolated,
Yeah.
Isolated.
isolated. Like, what's anyone doing? What's anyone doing for themselves and not just to make it or
Right.
get some sort of attention? And including myself in that.
Yeah.
I just want to have fun.
Follow Pile of Tears and Pile of Tears
Everywhere.
art.
Pile of Tears _art on
Underscore
Instagram.
art.
Pile of Tears everywhere. Threads.
But to me, you're just
TikTok.
Pile.
I'm just Pile.
Sometimes I call you Pile, and you're like, I can hear you say that. I'm like, Pile.
Okay.
God, I love you.
I have to pee.
Yeah, I
let's-
gotta untuck
yeah.
and pee also. I gotta pee
That's
shit and
the end of
throw
this
up.
episode. Thanks everybody for listening. Leave a like, a
Bye.
review, subscribe. Check out our Patreon, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye. Yeah.
Subscribe.
Guns up. Subscribe. Boom, boom, boom.
Guns are cool.
Guns are. That scream.